left. Right?
I'd love to see an army PA or an army anti-mate.
5
Sure.
seconds
I mean,
remaining.
the supports literally do nothing to a PA.
I feel like both of those heroes could have a lovely game.
Yeah, I can see it. This
Lovely.
armor, Warcry, sure, gonna be very obnoxious versus something like PA.
Yeah, whatever.
But the new build that we've been seeing.
All the other heroes, you know what they're gonna do.
Phantom
I love it.
seizes
You're bang on.
your
We got the
hero.
PA,
Got the
baby.
PA.
We got it, baby. It's a good game.
It looks. I mean,
It's
look.
a good. You know, Sven,
These
sure,
supports
he
are gonna
gives
die.
that Warcry and stuff, but he doesn't want to buy an MKB.
Yeah. And they
nobody
and
wants
they
to
are
buy-
putting the DK mid.
Okay, they're up at the DK mid.
Yeah.
All right.
And they are putting.
And he's
mid
got
on him.
the cool Arcana.
He does.
But yes, Armo PA. There we go, ladies and gentlemen. Got what we wanted. We
And
got
these
what we wanted.
supports are going to.
Exactly. Yeah, that's the thing. You look at these supports, so that's why you want to play one of these.
And
two
the thing
heroes.
is too is
Just-
about PA versus Storm and Sven. I mean, Sven, he builds MKB, but way later.
Yeah, he doesn't
So,
want to build it.
He doesn't really want to
He
build it. So
doesn't
yeah,
wanna build
it makes a lot of sense. Yeah, good call on.
It's rather terrible.
Look at the sets they have too. All their sets look really okay in the PA. I like that PA set.
Yeah, like the cow one.
She's COVID protected.
Very nice. Very nice. Lovely shining daggers. Sets on elephant.
I like the Sven set. It's kind of basic, but look at the helm. I like the helmet.
Kind of cool.
The helm's really nice.
Kind of cool. Let's see if Elephant can do what they did last game. They had a really good start.
Their lanes
They
don't
had-
look as strong though this time
Sure.
around at all. Like IO Night Stalker
Yeah.
takes a lot more time. Sure, you're gonna be able to like sustain and stuff like that inside the laning phase, but much slower. Yang had an explosive game because he was able to dominate the lane, right? So he was able to get this good timing, set the pace of the game. Night Stalker, gonna be a lot slower of a start. And for bottom, it's not really an aggressive lane whatsoever. It's Warlock and Sven.
Prepare for battle.
The aggression that can come out from the Magnus and the Skyrat this time around, I think it's going to be even higher
这么
than we
菜
saw
的队友
last
不
time.
生气吧，哥哥？
Because last time they were kind of deterred from going for the aggression because Silencer can be annoying just because you get, you know, the curse and the last word does deter you from going for those aggressive plays. But now there's no deterrent unless you get like massive, like some weird fatal bond situation. But let's see, level 1 again. Check. Ward. It's not a ward, it was a hero. Pantheon is going to do the Dominator build too. We did see that one from
30 seconds.
yesterday when we were
to
casting
battle.
Cuckoo. Had some sick plays with the Dominator, skewers into Centaur stuns, and fun plays. Very strong.
Very nice as well. Stun against like the storm.
Yep. Just a great build up too. The Helm of Iron Will and these offlaners,
Yep.
when you go for this build, you know, you're just quelling your Tango. You're able to rush it so fast and just keep yourself in the lane. And I think he knows you know, there's not that much aggression that's going to be coming out from bottom since it's Fen
The
Warlock.
battle begins.
Greedier build. We'll take some hits though.
Oh well.
That
HP.
actually really hurts. Gonna salve him right away, or yeah, I think they are. Or just go through all his Tango. Okay. Immediately buys a second salve on the Skyrath, brings it out because of that.
I mean, which lane do you think is going to struggle the most? Then you say, what Elephant's not going to have too easy of a time on the side lanes.
I think bottom could really
Bottom.
struggle, honestly, yeah. I think top they should be fine. The thing is that they can't get too aggressive as PA-ET, so Yang should still be able to farm, but so is Ame. Apart from the last time where Ame was slowed down a little bit because of... But they have to get aggressive up top right away. Y does have to start trading to give space for the PA, because the base damage advantage for Night Stalker is there at the start.
Oh, they're trying to get on FY. Good trading on the IO.
Q. Oh, he's pulling the creep wave and he finds a courier.
Radiant's
Oh, okay,
courier
well that's
has
just
been
unfortunate
killed.
for Super. Salve and clarity gone.
Yeah, I guess on this top lane.
Oh, Vapion. He's walked up very far. He'll be okay, but second, dying to fatal bond.
Yeah, I mean that was close. I mean, kind of lucky that Elephant did opt to not keep hunting for him and Just wanted to make sure they didn't miss any more CS.
Jinkyu's pull here, though, puts the lane positioning now in a really good spot for Faith. Now they can go for the skewer, shockwave skewer plays onto whoever walks up. Like, Super might die in a second. Very careful how far he steps up.
你这么菜，你的队友不生
I'm
气
so
吧，
scared
哥
for
哥
Mulitas.
啊？
Well, you just think they could charge him and...
Well, no, you just shockwave and then you concussive and then step in front of him and pull him back.
That's true, yeah, it's a lot slower.
Eurus has no mana for stun.
Yeah.
He'd have to pop his stick. He'd have to stun in order to bail out his Warlock. But instead, Jinkyu, they're going to play it a little bit more passively. They're going to go for the stack camp. They're going to play it since the positioning is good for Faith Beyond to farm, and then Jinkyu's going to check bottom rune. Nothing to say. Isn't going to go for, not going to go for a bottle on the DK. So probably a better approach than rather just going for like some kill and using your entire mana pool. Yeah, lane position just continues to be excellent for Psg.Lgd down bottom.
Man, even at
Oh,
top.
Jinkyu, he's found it. Oh. Courier, sorry.
Oh, he did.
Radiant's
He's got it.
turret has been
He didn't even see.
destroyed.
I don't know how he actually knew that it was coming out, but he did it blind. And if you look at Eurus, he's naked. He's got stick and 0 items, pretty much.
Yeah,
now.
I mean, how would he know sort of that was the time? Do you think he's sort of
He just
working
knew.
out that
Just the brain.
he's looking, he's like, well, Eurus is going to get something sent
Yep.
out soon. Time to check.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Warlock used his
Very
courier
nice.
earlier, got it killed.
Yeah.
Same thing, they have no regen bottom. He knows that they're going to use it again early. Very, I mean, very smart. Mid.
Somnus.
They're just battling. Somnus,
I
one
mean,
more
he's
hit.
got pretty fire and stuff.
He's dead.
Oh,
Radiant's middle tower
oh,
is
there
under
we have it. First blood for the DK. Nothing to say.
You do not see that very often.
No, and after the, I mean, I guess maybe Somnus has just tilted after the last game. He's like, guys, I played so
I
damn
couldn't win
well,
that game.
and we still lost. So he's just done. He's just like, well, can't win when I play good. So, point.
I mean, they're both dancing around. The DK takes the stun at level 4 and it completely crushes Somnus. Somnus is now hit level 4 and DK is 5 and change. He's going to hit 6 way before, which means mid tower is in jeopardy. We're going to have to see rotations from the supports.
I mean, who's
on
gonna,
Elephant
yeah,
to try
but
to help it.
who's helping that mid tower?
It's just going to have to be
Like,
bodies. Like, really, it's awkward, but you have to do it.
Yeah.
Otherwise, the tower is just going to drop. So now they're also trying to help him secure some ruins, but Jinkyu slows down Super.
Well, we'll be able to at least take that away from nothing to say.
But he's going to have to take it, though, so Somnus still not very happy because he'd like to be able to use these runes.
Yeah, he's got Super coming over to help out as
Yang.
well. Top lane, Yang's alone. He's going to go down for this. What? The heal?
Why? Oh, my God. Why is... What a... Bro.
He really
could have taken
held
it.
back for
He
Arme
could have
there.
taken it, but he's like, no.
He did. Very much making sure that Arme has the dream game.
Yeah, now power of that lane, right? Level 3 on the ET.
Having very good. Was it interesting what Arme will opt for in his build? Obviously, he has
The
the
Maelstrom,
power.
I think.
Is it still you still get the Maelstrom even when you do have Empower? Like, could you even skip that and like just go for the Deso?
Maybe he
Because
changes
you
it
have
up a little
Empower?
bit, but from what I've seen from most of these pros now, it's just Falcon Blade Maelstrom whenever you're playing versus anything that can provide armor. So Warcry's
True.
there,
Damage.
so Maelstrom's always going to be nice to be able to pierce through it.
Okay.
And it's just a faster timing that they get to play with. But we'll see. I mean, I think it's still a possibility that he does just go for delivery. But no, he queues up the Maelstrom, so yeah, that is going to be
Dire's
gonna be the choice.
structures are
Mid.
fortified.
Big pressure on Somnus here before he hits the 6. The stomp, I mean, this is a lot of damage on Somnus. Somnus, he's going to go down. They've got him.
And they brought the bodies, too. That's
And
the
it
thing.
didn't, they had
It
2
didn't matter.
supports
Middle
here.
tower
They
is
couldn't
under
save
attack.
Somnus.
They're like, you're going to bring 2 supports? So are we.
Oh no, I mean, yeah, this game's going to be a real test of sort of Somnus' ability to stay focused, because it says after how hard he tried in game 1, and now getting this sort of start thrown at him in game 2, like you can sympathize with the guy. It's going to feel very, very easy for him to be like, he's going to be under so much pressure right now. He's going to be feeling pretty down about himself.
And they're farming all 3 lanes now already on
It's
LGD. Well, last time they were shut down in the early game because the way that Elephant went for their draft. This time it's just not the same. It takes a lot longer. Catch and stride, Night Stalker, as we know, does take a little bit. Need that nighttime before he can actually start to do much of anything. And they just picked super, like even more passive supports than last time. Last time it actually worked
Yes,
because of the
that's true.
globals.
Now
We'll see if the chaotic offerings are going to be able to make as big as a difference, because it's already feeling pretty scary with a PA and a Magnus getting full free farm.
Look at this.
They're net.
RP.
They have the damage.
They've got Y coming over as well. And
Nice
Eurus,
body
the
blocks.
Shadow Word, it's healing him up. They got enough first. Not quite. They'll turn over all super instead. They can look to keep
Still
diving
creep
here.
diving.
They're hunting for Eurus. He's in the trees. Stomp will set him to kill off super. Eurus is
They
able to
see
cut
him.
his way out the side,
They've
but
got a net.
they're chasing. There's the catch. Y and Psg.Lgd closing the gap. He'll turn with a quick stun.
They got a slow, but they can't.
He is able to make it out, but it's a lot of time that he's able to run around and stay away from the creeps.
And now Somnus, he's looking to react to it.
Radiant's
So bringing the
bottom
Warlock
tower
down.
is under attack.
It's just for heal. Now though, nighttime. Do see
Dire's
Yang
top tower
pushing up
is
top.
under
We'll see nothing to
attack.
say. Look to stop this. Wants to go for FY, but won't quite be able to. Would have been a free kill if he gets the stun there.
Oh, absolutely. Two of them, they would have had more than enough damage. Maybe Somnus will be able to find himself a free. Catches Y out alone.
Is that?
CS. Try and going on to Yang. Getting a lot of damage here. Yeah, he's been bailed out on.
And FY, he does have a TP
Or maybe
to use it.
not going to be even better to get away from the Roshan denied there with the stick damage of the Elder Dragon.
And I mean, the thing is too, is this time it's Psg.Lgd's gone for a late game draft again, and they're winning the early game. They've got Magnus PA, so they have this ridiculous scaling, and everything's just going perfect in the laning phase. The concerns for Elephant as this proceeds. Do still have Eurus farming pretty decently, but PA's ahead of him, and PA has steroids. Yeah, it's so cool how this just became a thing, right? Just Falcon Blade into Maelstrom every time now.
Straight down to the bottom to put the pressure on. They have RP back up in a couple of seconds, so Faith.Yang could even set up a free kill to sort of get involved in.
They're diving the hell out of Super here.
Yeah, there's a spooky place to try and hang around and get his XP.
Is under attack.
As, they'll get the kill on the tower as well. Certainly fall. Psg.Lgd keeping themselves on top of the objectives.
Dire's
And
top tower is under attack.
Elephant definitely having a bit of a struggle here in this early game.
I'm surprised Super showed his face, to be honest. I thought he'd just hide in the tree lines to sap experience and then just TP out. Because if they don't see him, they're not going to like full commit for him. They might know he's behind the tower, but then of course like a scan or something like that, but he showed. As soon as you show in those type of positions as a 5, usually around this time, it's usually between like that 6 to 9 minute mark. The bottom side is just a death zone. Look, these nice ancients that we have seen FY stacking for quite some time for years, but looking to contest. That is a low Sven and a lot of low ancients.
That is Sven.
Probable dead Sven.
Oh, that hurts.
And the ancients.
That really hurts Somnus. Maybe he can do something of a turn. He's coming in onto nothing to say. He's been silenced. They've got to point the ancients here. Now they're closing into the RP. They've got the damage. It's another kill for nothing to say. Super and FY. They've got
Faith.Lgd taking the ancients.
trying to come in.
He's farming.
The splitter comes down. Yang's got to back off.
Look at Faith.Lgd. He's actually just hitting the ancients the whole fight. He's like, I don't care about Night Stalker. There's a big dragon over here. Takes all of them.
My goodness. I love it. That's a very unfortunate series of events there for Elephant.
Probably the worst series of events that could happen. They lose their Sven, they lose their Storm, and they lose their entire
Radiant's
ancient stack,
middle
and
tower
PA's
is
farming
under
during
attack.
the entirety of it.
Here now.
Faith Beyond, though. Literally. Picks up Arcane Boots now, so he's going to be able to keep his presence on the map. They can keep looking for these aggressive plays, looking to respond. And, I mean, that was also Yang with Dark Ascension.
Yeah.
Flying into the fight, and he could still not deter them away from taking kills and the stack. Huge plays.
We see a very nice Jin Q to have that seal
look at-
here at the level 3.
Look at Faith Beyond's priority here. As we see his team still looking to go for these kills, but look at that Magnus. He's got priorities.
Yeah, I like it. It's like, my team is still fatal bonded to this ancient creep. I'm going to keep it.
Bottom. Uh-oh, Eurus. He's trapped. That Dominator's sick on Mag. Oh boy, it's out of hand.
This is
9-1.
especially for if the fact is the two cores as well. Right? We saw Eurus and Somnus have a pretty good game last time.
Yep.
This game too, Eurus and Somnus, as I said, I think they're going to be just feeling pretty miserable with the amount of focus that they're getting from Psg.Lgd. They're just making this game a bit of a nightmare for the two of them.
They really are. And Sven, he's a hero that has to play
Radiant's
very far ahead of a hero like PA in gold. If you're behind PA at this point, the game is in a very jeopardized position. It's Beyond though, might get grabbed up.
Super will drop the golem. Mayfian does die for this, but Somnus, he used quite a bit of mana here. He won't quite be able to chase by those ways. He's got enough to zip TP, so we'll make it out of there, but still they lose both the supports, and yet that was the use of the offering.
Did they kill it as well too? I think they did, right? Yeah.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Oh no, still bottom, sorry. So he's gonna push out the lane with it, but yeah, chaotic offering. You're still unable to really push anything. You get a kill, but now you're also losing your mid tower in a second.
Radiant structures are fortified.
Yang gets space, I believe. The Night Stalker, he'll have a Echo Saber coming up
Radiant's
soon.
middle tower has fallen.
Meanwhile, nothing to say is taking the Ancients from the side of Elephant. Eurus just has nowhere to farm. And he's 2,500 behind the PA. And he's getting gone up.
And Eurus is able to get away from the Earth Splitter. The Stomp does get the two of them. They have the center in position. Ancient Seal as well. Is there any sort of save from F1 trying to take him out? The skewer gets Eurus pulled over to the side.
Good Lord.
Eurus down once again.
Oh, and this is a total. There's a total disaster. It's like they need this. It's like they need Night Stalker to be involved now at every single point in the game because Io and Warlock just they can't do anything versus this aggression that Psg.Lgd is just displaying, and it's non-stop. Immediate smoke afterwards. They know where they know where Somnus is. They want him, and they do have, of course, 4 points in silence.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
Will he TP out in time?
Oh!
The Remnant. Oh!
The swing it a bit.
He got the Remnant. They were on point of where he was.
Yeah, he was, you know, if it'd been a few seconds earlier,
I
would have still been there.
Like Faith Beyond, like no hesitation. It's just like he's TPing. And probably feeling like they don't really need the RP.
I think exactly. It's like, yeah, I'll take the chance. You know, we're still going to kill them without it. Now, and they're 5k up with, indeed, as you say, a lineup that's not usually with Somnus.
He gets a zip though.
He's going to try and get in onto Jingju.
Radiant's bottom
First
tower
down pretty low by the
is
Mystic
under
Flare. Army's over. That's FY gone. Somnus, he'll have to zip out of it.
Silence is just way too long duration. Couldn't even kill out the Skywrath. 2 armor Skywrath survives, so he's the one who gets jumped on. Does reveal the reward that they have there from Psg.Lgd, but either way, I don't think they care. Now they also know that, they know that Elephant has a ward somewhere around here. Y's gonna check, but it's actually further on the right. Instead of catching vision of the Skywrath. Here is some breathing room. Farmed an Ancient with a God Strength, but that's just about it. Still, it's just going faster and faster. It was 2,500 gold behind before. Now he's 3,300 gold behind. This feels like it's going to continue. As we watch the Dominator creep as well, they don't have to stack Ancient as a hero. They're just doing like 10 different things at the same time on the side of Psg.Lgd.
I mean, Elephant's trying to get in on this.
Insane.
Go in. Run away onto the Magnus. Can they take him out during the silence? No, they can't. Fabian's off to the side. The offerings dropped down. Shoot off to the side. You see the jump from Arme. He's killed off Somnus. Turns over towards Super. There's 2 kills here of the PA.
Oh my goodness.
Y just runs down FY. Yang's got a split from the rest of them.
They have vision also of Yang. Got a TP.
He's pretty
gonna
deep.
have to float.
He's
He's not gonna be able to.
Goodbye, Yang.
Good God, Owen, this game is over. There's just no hope anymore. And the PA jumps into the fight, gets a hand of the kill from the Storm because of the max level silence on the Skywrath, and then gets a full Ancient. He's got BKB.
This has been a rough one for them. Well, you know, at least they had the early game from game 1 to look back and enjoy from this series. Everything else has been pretty rough for them. Losing that first game after the lead they have, and now coming to this game 2. And Psg.Lgd just dominate.
Last game, it felt like there was some mercy perhaps given from Psg.Lgd going for some super late game draft. This time it's an early game draft, but also that scales incredibly hard toward later stages. And there's just fighting hope, it feels like, for Elephant. Even with Chaotic Offering, even with Dark Ascension pop, they stood no hope in the team. Just target prioritization from LGD is just always knowing when the opportunity to silence is there. Oh, there's nothing to say.
They put the thumb on the two of them. Nothing to say. Trying to get into back the mark. Mystic Blade comes down onto FY. FY's gone. The IO goes down. Elephant, they're trying to fight, but Eurus, he's just not got the damage. He gets RP'd by face behind. 3 dead.
They might call this soon.
He's going to die. I think you could be expecting the Gs to come up soon. GG, absolutely. One of the...
that is the fastest, I think.
Is now the fastest one.
16:56 was when the GG got dropped. Good God. Tier 2 neutral items weren't even up, Owen.
Oh my goodness. Oh, I got 3 predictions. Anyway, yeah, that was...
That was brutal.
Psg.Lgd, I mean, that just goes to show